Hello, it's me. Do you remember me? Hey everybody, what's up? This is Steffi, aka In My Humble Opinion. Long time no see. I bet you guys are wondering, where am I? Well, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I moved. I no longer live in the States. I am living in the Philippines, and this isn't even where I normally am. I'm staying currently at an Airbnb for the next couple of weeks, and I've just been really all over the place. And that's a large reason why these crown videos are coming out a bit later than they usually do. But if this first one is out, that's a good sign, because I think in terms of release schedule, I'm going to be releasing them every other day. So if you're watching episode 1 right now with me, that means episode 2 is gonna come out not tomorrow, but the day after, just so I can, give myself some time to edit these. I think that's fair. I think you guys will live. All right, well, I think we should just jump into it. I'm so excited to be watching The Crown again. I was a little bit nervous that we weren't gonna watch The Crown together because Netflix has really been cracking down on making sure people do not screen record. But I figured out a solution thanks to, I need to give a shout out to this person. A lot of you offered, by the way, to help, which was amazing. Shout out to @ReviewNight, who just told me a really quick fix so I could still watch Netflix and screen record it. All right, here we go. I bet you guys are like, just watch the freaking episode. So we're gonna watch season 5, episode 1 of The Crown together right now, and the episode is called Queen Victoria Syndrome. Also, by the way, we typically film from this angle, but for the purpose of lighting and not seeing mess behind me, this view is a lot cleaner to look at. We're gonna be changing up the angle, and I'm just anticipating that some people are gonna be asking, what is this? Because you normally don't see this side of my face. This is a birthmark, okay? Nothing happened to my face. I've heard that one before. This is just a birthmark, and we're all gonna be okay with seeing my birthmark. All right? All right. Here we go. Let's get into the episode right. Claire! Okay, wait, I'm gonna pause. I did know that Claire Foy was gonna be in the beginning, and it's mainly because I saw Claire Foy trending on Twitter like a day or so after the season came out. And also some of you told me through Twitter or Instagram that Claire Foy was in this. I mean, like, not the whole thing, just first episode, but I love seeing Claire Foy. Oh. Claire.
I now take great pride in naming this ship Britannia.
I love how she just so easily slips back into this role.
Soon the Britannia will become a home for the Queen, the Duke, and their children.
Oh god, goodbye Claire Foy. Oh no, she's leaving us. Claire! Claire! Wow, the eyes are like... Oh, it's the 90s. We're typing on computers.
9.5 stone, as opposed to last year's.
Not sure I want to know.
9 stone.
And the year before's.
8 3/4.
We get it. She's getting older.
Is Balmoral your favourite home, would you say?
Probably my second. That's a rather personal question.
Uh-oh. Asked the wrong question.
Out of touch. Quite
Okay, wait a
distinct
second.
from the way
Hold
people
on.
talk about you.
I know I'm not alone in saying this. I feel like casting Dominic West as Prince Charles is like a reach, honey. I'm like gonna dislocate my shoulder reaching for that. Did Prince Charles, or no, King Charles, did he, pay Peter Morgan to cast Dominic West as him? I mean, come on.
I believe you would make an excellent king and would support an early application by the Queen.
Do you guys like feel differently now watching this show, considering like so much has changed in the royal family? Like, he's king. Camilla, what's her title? She's like Queen Consort Elizabeth, or is that disrespectful to just call her Elizabeth? Queen Elizabeth? She peaced out knowing that this season was gonna drop, so Prince Philip is gone. So much has changed. And here's Peter Morgan stirring the pot. Okay, where is Miss Elizabeth Debicki? Right on cue.
Second honeymoon.
Oh, they were really making us wait to see Diana, you know? I loved this soundtrack in... When did they start introducing this theme? Like season 3? No. Season 4. Oh, William, I think they did a really good job with the kids. William specifically.
Give them some of the old magic.
Well, come on then, let's blow them away.
I like that dialogue. It kind of is a continuation, a callback to season 4. The Australia episode, I believe, is when they started saying things like that to each other.
Down the Amalfi Coast, on to Sicily, with a final stop in Olbia on Sardinia for a private view of the Museo Archeologico there.
Oh my god, what a life.
Shopping.
It's possible some people might like to go shopping one day.
Who? Show of hands would
I'll raise my hand. I'm with you, girl.
Me! I want to go shopping. Me too.
See, leave it to Harry to raise his hand first. Ew, they're like a circle of friends suck.
Special treat, you get to choose between a bedtime story or...
Super Mario!
Don't tell your father.
Oh my god, this is like the part of Diana that is really gonna just tear my heart, is seeing her be a mother. I just... Oh god.
It is clear that intermodal containers are Lancashire's ticket to a bright future.
Intermodal containers? What? That sounds like something you would buy at like IKEA.
How long's the pressure been down on that valve? Since this morning, sir.
Oh, Philip is gonna lose his shit right now.
Sentimentally, I think we'd all prefer to stick with her.
I should say.
But we have to be realistic about the cost of repairs when she's so obviously past her best.
Are they gonna try and use the Britannia as a metaphor for Elizabeth aging? Is this what we're doing?
Some people say that Tiberius escaped to Capri because he could no longer endure the machinations of his mother's court in Rome. Not something I could ever understand.
So these people are basically like forced to laugh and like gawk at how smart Charles is. Kick up the volume on Mariah. Turn him down. Turn up Mariah.
Every awkward silence, stilted conversation between bride and glue glaringly.
I'm like so distracted by the fact that Mariah Carey is playing in the background of this scene. Do you both have Mariah Carey playing on an episode of The Crown is very much my two internet brands coming together. It's In My Humble Opinion meets Diva Dailies. I follow Mariah on Instagram, and if you guys don't follow her, she posted a video of herself watching this scene on one screen, and then in the same room she had another screen playing an episode from season 2 of The Crown. Why? Because she can. Because she's Mariah Carey.
It's running tomorrow. I've managed to gain advanced sight of it, and I think you'll agree it's pretty punchy.
What's really great about The Crown, especially since it started like, I don't even remember when the first season takes place, but it's like you see the evolution of media throughout each season. And I think, you know, considering that this is the season that takes place in the 90s, to see how tabloid and obviously paparazzi is going to be a huge part of this season, how it affects their lives. I don't know. I think that's kind of the benefit of the way that they've chosen to tell this family's story. It's not just encapsulating their family history, but it's really like encapsulating like the history of culture, media culture.
Welcome aboard, Your Royal Highness.
Thank you.
Is it supposed to be Anne?
Move!
No.
Hello, darling. Mummy.
She really stuck with that hairstyle. That little bump that she has. Meanwhile, Philip is crunching numbers.
But I thought you should be aware of this.
This is so interesting. Like for me, then again, like I'm American, so my whole perspective on this is very different. And also my mom is just like so pro Diana, and maybe just in general America seems to be pro Diana, but like really there was a time in the UK when people wanted Charles to take over and liked him more than Elizabeth. That's like wild to me. What?
Any reaction from the Queen?
My understanding is she hasn't seen it. They've kept it from her to protect her feelings.
Doesn't that tell you everything?
He's like such a brat, and he's an adult now.
Look! It's a whale! Where? Oh, good spot!
I wonder if like Princess Anne like put bumpets in her hair to maintain that.
New query.
Oh, does she like him?
No, he's been with us for a while.
How come I never noticed?
Because you're married. I think we ought to get back to lighthouses.
She's like, I found my lighthouse.
What's this about us going home?
Oh my gosh, just like the portrayal of how her children are just like so in tune to her feelings, you know? Like children can be so aware of how their mom is feeling. I don't know, I feel like maybe that's a little bit more exaggerated in this situation, in this circumstance. I'm sure they're gonna portray this on this season, but even if you like watch documentaries or specials about Princess Diana, that's something that everyone always unanimously stresses, is how much her sons loved her. And I just, oh my god, when I think about that aspect, that's the part that's gonna like kill me watching this season.
Plans change.
Plans change!
I even agreed to do the photo call today, requested by your people so the lie could be paraded to the world's media about what an adoring husband you are on one condition.
What's that?
That you actually are one!
Oh, this boat is so glamorous. Okay, so like who is this? Is this supposed to be that Andrew Morton guy that she gives all the tea to so he could write that book? Oh. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, no.
Queen Victoria syndrome. What were your conclusions?
It's just a poll, sir.
Charles is like, you're not answering the way I want you to answer.
What makes the Conservative Party the successful electoral force that it is? Its instinct for renewal.
Wow, what a freaking brat. He wanted to become king right then and there.
He longed to be given responsibilities, but his mother refused. His intellect, his popular appeal made his reign a triumph.
What are you saying, sir?
I want to be king now.
Judge for yourself whether this institution that we all care about so deeply is in safe hands.
You know what? I'm glad Elizabeth hung on for 20 plus more years after this alleged sentiment from Charles.
Hello, you. Hello, you.
Oh, Margaret.
Don't you look pretty? Doesn't she look pretty, Mummy?
I like this actress as Margaret. No offense to Helena Bonham Carter, but this episode should be like subtitled ageism. Oh my gosh, look at Lizzie like trying to walk off her pounds. That's so like interesting though to watch this episode now in the context of 2022, especially like after the Jubilee, a huge reason why people were celebrating was her longevity as the queen. That was one of the reasons why people in the UK, or I don't know, generally most people, or I don't know. That's why I feel like there are people that really, really liked her, because she was just like consistently there for so long. Obviously, as time goes on, a lot of change happens, but like she was always the constant. So it's interesting to watch an episode where the general public in the 90s at this time was like, she needs to go. So
I am aware the comparison between Queen Victoria and me has been made recently in the newspapers and intended as criticism. What people fail to understand...
I love that he's like sipping tea right after she said that.
Attributes people use to describe her: constancy, stability, calm.
Oh my god, literally what I was just saying.
So here I am, coming to you, Prime Minister, on bended knee.
A great Boys to Men song.
I feel bound to at least raise the question of whether there's a way you might consider bearing the cost yourselves.
The way she just like stared back blankly.
But she isn't a luxury.
Isn't she?
Prime Minister.
Ooh, these are first world problems, girl.
She is a central and indispensable part of the way the Crown serves the nation. And the revenue she has generated doing so is incalculable.
But we're in the midst of a global recession.
He literally was like, Elizabeth, people are dying.
My diamond earring's gone. Kim, there's people that are dying.
I worry that the government spending public money on the refurbishment of a yacht might backfire on us both.
I will not be spending my own money. I don't even know what that means.
From the design of the hull to the smallest piece of china, she is a floating, seagoing expression of me.
Metaphors, you guys. Metaphors, connections.
So I would like this government's reassurance, your reassurance, that the costs for the refurbishments will be met.
I understand.
They were literally like that Diddy gif of him and that other guy just staring down at each other. We love consistency. Oh.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Diana had that face of like, get me the out of here.
Her Majesty the Queen!
Dang, that's so wild that they're gonna do that to Charles now. Oof.
What happens then when the family falls apart? I say the institution falls apart. And then...
The House of Windsor should be binding the nation together, setting an example of idealized family life.
He's like, I feel like I'm a therapist.
And what makes it worse is it feels it's all about to erupt.
Huh?
On my watch.
He's like, I am not going down with this ship if we are gonna continue on with this ship metaphor. All right, wow, end of episode 1. Oh, Claire Foy, I saw her name in the credits just now. All right, and some post-show thoughts. Well, I haven't said that in a while, but you know, I honestly don't really have that much to say about this episode. Clearly, they were trying to draw a comparison with Elizabeth to the Britannia. I just find it so interesting that at one point, the general public wanted Elizabeth out and Charles in. And now I'm wondering if that is primarily because they wanted Diana as the queen consort or whatever her title would have been, or if like they genuinely actually just wanted Charles there because they thought Elizabeth was getting too old. Yeah, that's just like so interesting because I don't know, I feel like for the longest time my perception was that the general public didn't really like Charles, but now I'm wondering if we're just gonna see the general public's opinion of Charles drastically change when the truth of the real state of his relationship with Diana is revealed. Is that the direction of this story? I don't know. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. I did like the Prime Minister's like monologue at the very end about how he thinks like the older royals are so out of touch and the junior royals are just really entitled. I mean, that's a read. Hello. Did he lie? Did I lie?
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much setting up the rest of the season and how all of these different relationships within the royal family, that falling apart is going to affect public perception of the royal family. And I feel like I remember watching a random clip of Queen Elizabeth like giving a speech about how the 90s was just like a very difficult decade for their family. So we shall see the drama unfold. And again, shout out to Claire Foy, loved seeing her in the beginning, and shout out to Mariah Carey and Emotions, a great song and a great album. Well, my question for you guys is, what should the question be? I just want to know, what are your guys' thoughts on Peter Morgan, the Crown creative team, choosing for this first episode to focus on the Britannia and having that story be tied into the general public's, frankly, ageism that they were throwing towards the Queen? Like, do you like that that's how this new season started? Do you like that decision of choosing to focus on that? Not just with the new season, but with the brand new cast. Because I feel like, you know, The Crown, because it follows like the life history of this storied family, they really do have to discern, okay, which stories do we want to tell about the royal family in this particular time? So do you think that was an appropriate way of starting the season, or do you wish they like opened it a different way? And if so, how? I personally can't really answer that because I'm not too keen on my royal family history. The only things I really do know about them is practically what I learned from watching The Crown. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on that. All right, and that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please turn on the notification bell so you know when a new video from me comes out, because you're gonna need that because it's been a while. So, and who knows if this video will even end up in your subscription box, if YouTube will even push it out because I've been away for so long. And you know, the YouTube algorithm does not like it when their creators are gone for a very long time. So if you can engage with this video in any way to help a girl out, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, apologies for being away for so long. I've just had a lot of change occur in my personal life, so that's a large reason why I've been staying away. And you know what? I'm not the only one that's been going through a lot of change. All of you in the UK over there, been going through a lot of change. Royal family, been going through a lot of change. So yeah, but we're here. And reminder as well, the video for episode 2, it's not coming out tomorrow, it's coming out the day after tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But I really appreciate you for watching this video. And as always, everything I said was just my own personal thoughts and all my humble opinion. And I'll see you in the next one, I promise. Okay, bye. Oh, well. One episode down and 9 more to go.